This is the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special. Join us now as we share with you moments from the past few months. Moments that inspired. Moments that entertained. Moments that redeemed.
See that people can be so passionate. It lets us know that there's still a lot of good people that's still left in the world.
Let us create more of those moments now with our host, Kristen Hewitt.
Thank you for joining us once again for our annual summer special. Each quarter, we look forward to sharing with you the work we've been doing in hopes to inspire you. For almost 23 years, we've been working each day connecting those in need with those who can help. Some connections are small and some are life-changing. Our first connection is from a neighbor in need that came to us just a few weeks ago. We were contacted by the Food of Life Ministries, who was trying to help a disabled and homeless veteran whose bicycle and only means of transportation was stolen on, of all days, Memorial Day.
I had the bike parked right here on the side.
Disabled veteran Arthur Wood says he saved money to buy a bike so he could get around to his jobs.
When I came back out, it was gone, so I just thought somebody was playing a little joke on me.
But it was no joke. The bike Woods used to get his jobs as a handyman was stolen in the 3 minutes he walked inside a store.
I had to work 2 days in the sun, paint a duplex. I went to Miami to try to purchase me a bike, and that was the only way that I was able to obtain it.
Woods has fallen on hard times. When the recession hit, he said his work pretty much stopped. He couldn't afford his house. It ended up in foreclosure. He lost his home, but he never lost hope.
I just ended up having to go to the Camilla's house in Miami, to the shelter, so that I can probably try and get things back together and get my life back in order.
He worked hard to buy presentable clothes to get more jobs, then worked hard to get a bike to the jobs up to 10 miles away. And when it was taken in the 3 minutes he was inside a store to get change for the laundromat,
I was just so frustrated, I just began to walk home.
Minister Wayne Oxford with Food of Life Outreach says Woods volunteered with his group before he fell on hard times and volunteered while he was dealing with hard times himself.
He's still constantly trying to give back to those less fortunate than himself when he's in need himself.
And this vet says he served in the Army for one reason.
Just to show my appreciation, you know, for the things that I have been able to do freely.
And on top of it all, his bike was stolen on, of all days, Memorial Day.
I was just blown away that someone would actually steal his bike on Memorial Day, and he's a vet, and he worked so hard to buy this bike.
A vet who keeps the faith.
And I try and stay positive. I try and keep the hope because I've never been one to give up. Man, this is nice.
It looks like a simple bike ride, but for Arthur Woods, it's a moment of renewed hope in humanity.
We all at times give up on people in general, but when we see that people can be so passionate, it lets us know that there's still a lot of good people that's still left in the world, you know. It really is caring people.
Those caring people stepped up after seeing Arthur's story. He's a disabled veteran who fell on hard times. He lost his home but was getting back on his feet. He bought himself a bike so he could get to his jobs as a handyman. Then, on Memorial Day, his bike was stolen.
I've got work waiting on me, and I have no way of getting there. It's just that when I promise people, I like to try and fulfill my obligation.
He's a man who doesn't like to let people down. And CBS 4 viewers refused to let Arthur down. They reached out through Neighbors for Neighbors, raising more than $1,000 to help him out. A donor donated this brand new bike from Ultra Bikes on Key Biscayne, and the bike shop donated a helmet and lock.
This is a bike actually from a customer of ours from Ultra Bikes. It's actually donated. She wants to remain anonymous, but she wants you to have a new bike.
Oh, I greatly appreciate it, sir.
Not a problem.
Really do. And let her know that I'm really grateful.
Will do.
I am really grateful.
Oh, it brought tears to my eyes. He was so devastated yesterday, and today it's a totally different story. So I'm just so grateful to Channel 4, Neighbors for Neighbors, and everyone associated with you guys and all the people that are giving and still giving to help Arthur, because sometimes we all need a little help.
And with a little help, Arthur Woods is back in business.
Just to know that there is some good in the world that keeps us going, you know, it really does.
We were overwhelmed by the way our community came together when we asked for help. Over a dozen offers to donate bikes to Mr. Woods were received within minutes of the story being aired on CBS 4. Many viewers wanted to give him their own bicycles. Thankfully, one of the donors offered to get Mr. Woods a new bike, and the additional bikes were donated to other organizations, making this story even more heartwarming. We not only helped the one who came to us, but others who needed it as well. Unfortunately, some problems are a little more difficult to fix. In this story, we'll show you how a freak accident can change people's lives forever.
A man and woman airlifted to Jackson Memorial Hospital after being critically burned in Fort Lauderdale during a photo shoot. Relatives identifying the man as Helmut Montoya, a fashion photographer for more than 10 years, according to his LinkedIn account. Tuesday, something went terribly wrong at an auto salvage yard on Northwest 27th Avenue and 19th Street in Fort Lauderdale.
First driving units found a car that was smoldering and 2 victims on scene, one very hysterical and one in extremely critical condition, a male and a female.
According to Fort Lauderdale fire investigators, the photographer was taking pictures of a model using a vehicle that was inoperable and candles as the backdrop for the photo shoot. The question, was there an explosion? A worker at the auto salvage yard says no.
There was no explosion?
Absolutely no explosion. Whatever that stuff is on the news is bullcrap.
How'd the fire start?
My friend, I don't know.
Fire investigators report different information, saying the 2 may have been burned from a flash explosion.
The gas expands very quickly, so the patient himself can get burned not only from the contact, but it's almost like the air around you catches on fire. So your whole body will get exposed to that.
Whatever happened was fast and violent, leaving both with horrific burns.
Were you here when it happened?
We were in the office when it happened.
Did you run out to help them or something, or?
There was no helping anybody.
Helmut and his assistant still have a long road to recovery. With medical bills quickly piling up, they have more than the burden of healing to deal with. And you can help these neighbors by making a donation of support on our website today. $1 or $2 at the register can seem like a little, but it all adds up and helps many organizations. In late March, Neighbors for Neighbors was honored to be awarded more than $24,000 at the annual Publix Food for All award ceremony. The money collected at the register during the past holiday season was then donated back into the community to over 60 local and regional organizations, all with various missions, but one goal: to help make this community stronger. Held at their facility in Miami Gardens, Neighbors for Neighbors, along with the other grateful nonprofits, were each awarded a portion of the more than $1.5 million collected in South Florida public stores in just 3 short weeks. Proof that it just takes a little to make a big impact.
You know, Food for All is a campaign that happens during the holidays, and I think it's a natural time where we're trying to think about ways that we can help our neighbors in need. And so, you know, between the customers wanting to do that and our associates really educating and sharing that message with the customers, we're so excited to have had a blowout year. And this is a really interesting campaign because it's just dollar for dollar. It's $1, $3, $5. You just add it to your grocery bill. It's a small way to make a huge impact.
Thank you again to those who give each day to help your neighbors. Your support makes a world of difference to those in need, and you can help at any time when you register on helpingfeelsgood.org, our volunteer matching site. By registering, you'll assist our nonprofit partners who have projects available for skilled volunteers like you. When we return, we share with you just a few programs that are available to help your family be the best it can be. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special. As the mother of 2 young girls, I'm always in search of programs to help my family be the best it can be. Our partners at the Children's Services Council of Broward County have tons of programs throughout the county to help your family. From prenatal care classes to college prep programs, there's something for every family. Our team was honored to attend the Healthy Families graduation just a few weeks ago. Moms and children were fitted for caps and gowns as they prepared to officially graduate from the program.
Our families joined the program at the time of the birth of the child, and they stay with us, or we stay with them for 3 to 5 years. So it's really a long-term commitment. At the beginning, we see them once a week for about 6 to 9 months, and then they go on to 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, and then every month, and then every quarter. So basically, our motto is do for, do with, and cheer on. So today is the big event where we cheer them on for their success. It's their amazing graduation.
The moms' gratitude filled everyone's eyes with tears as each one shared how the program changed their lives and their young children as well. What a terrific program. I think these moms are better prepared than I ever was as a new mom. Each year, stories of children forgotten in cars and the tragic results stream across the news. The Look Before You Lock campaign is working to stop these headlines from even occurring. With our busy schedules rushing from one place to the next, it's easy to get distracted and forget our little ones sitting quietly in the back of the car. With South Florida's year-round hot weather, our cars get roasted in the sun, taking just minutes for temperatures to reach deadly heights. Children are especially susceptible since their body temperatures rise more quickly than adults. So being left in the car even on a seemingly cool day will affect them more dramatically.
We need to make sure that everybody understands the importance of checking vehicles to make sure there are no small children left behind by accident.
There are simple ways to protect your children, such as placing your briefcase or purse in the back seat and always checking the back seat before you lock your vehicle. There are even alarms and free apps that can alert you when your child has been left behind. Along with the Children's Services Council of Broward County, Neighbors for Neighbors wants you to look before you lock. Take a look at our website for helpful tips to prevent you from forgetting your child in the car. With the temperatures rising, taking a dip in the cool water can be very refreshing. Making sure all South Florida kids and parents are safe around the pool is our first priority. Learning how to be safe in the water is easy, and there are many free programs to help teach you or strengthen your skills. There's nothing more fun than splashing around in the water on a hot day, but water can also be dangerous. With lakes and pools around every corner in South Florida, water safety is key for every family.
Today we have fathers in our aquatic center with their kids. I actually, a little earlier, was in the pool with my 1-year-old Jacob, and interesting enough, as a kid, I actually swam in this pool.
Make sure your child is always under adult supervision. It takes no time at all for a tragedy to occur. Teaching your child to be safe in and near the water is easy, and it's never too early or late to learn. There are many programs throughout South Florida that are available all year round. To help you be water smart, we've gathered the information you'll need. Just log on to our website, neighborsforneighbors.org, to find a water safety program near you. With so much fun to be had in the water, let's make sure you're prepared too. With the right skills, you and your family can be water smart. Getting new school supplies for the beginning of the school year is a rite of passage for most children. It's an exciting time for my daughters. Picking out a new backpack and filling it up is the highlight of back-to-school shopping. But not all kids have this luxury. Many of them start school without any supplies at all. Last year, with your support, Neighbors for Neighbors was able to help children in Dade and Broward Counties start the school year with the supplies they need to be successful.
I love this event, and it stemmed from the school social workers coming to us 5 years ago. They had identified about 2,500 children living in unstable conditions that they wanted to be able to ensure that they would have supplies that they needed to start the school year off right.
Additionally, teachers pay out of pocket to provide basic tools to these deserving students.
These are all families in need, and we want them to start the first day of school feeling happy, proud, with their brand new backpack and school supplies and ready for the first day.
With a small donation of $35, Neighbors for Neighbors can ensure a needy child will start the new school year with uniforms, shoes, and a backpack full of supplies. If you prefer to donate any extra supplies that you might have, there are also locations to drop them off and help offset the burden on our teachers. To make a donation of just $35, log on to neighborsforneighbors.org and help a child start the school year ready for success. When we return, we'll see how a fitness challenge turned into a fundraiser, then see the stars come out to the Hard Rock Cafe and experience a shopping spree that scored a touchdown with some special families. Stay with us. you again for joining us, and welcome back to the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special. During the past few months, Neighbors for Neighbors has helped many in need, but as a nonprofit, we need help as well to continue our mission of connecting those in need with those who can help. We are thrilled to share with you some of our fantastic partners who have held fundraising events on our behalf, all to benefit our mission. In May, some especially strong neighbors came together at Iron Tribe in Coral Gables to host the first Challenge the Tribe fundraiser, all to benefit Neighbors for Neighbors. For a donation, folks were able to compete against each other for prizes donated by some incredible supporters.
At Iron Tribe Fitness, we want to create a group of athletes that want to change lives and help not only within the gym, but outside of the community as well. That's why doing an event with Neighbors for Neighbors is appealing to us, because they connect those who can help with those who are in need, and we want to be part of that solution.
The gym was open to non-members who could participate in the signature Iron Tribe workout, which was given a special competitive twist just for our event. Pairing up in teams of 2, the athletes signed up on the board and began the workout of the day, side by side doing squats, push-ups, sit-ups, and even the dreaded burpees, all for a great cause, of course. Once the last round of the workout was completed, the top team was awarded their prize, and then the individual competitions began. With their feet strapped in, our competitors began rowing their way to victory. Even the great kids from the Pack of Dogs Volunteer Task Force jumped into action as they squared off in a jump rope competition. These awesome junior athletes also help sell raffle tickets throughout the day, showing everyone that the strength of our community begins with volunteering. We can't thank Iron Tribe enough for hosting this event for us, as well as all those who attended. The energy of the gym and the people in it was palpable. We are pleased to take that energy and funds received from this event and put them back into the community. In that same spirit of giving, our friends at the Hard Rock Cafe inside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino opened the famed restaurant in honor of us. The spotlight was focused on the 6 fabulous stars. With their best voices, the faces of CBS 4 News took to the stage for the very first Neighbors for Neighbors Singing with the Stars event. Cynthia Demas and I hosted the evening, along with singing stars Rick Folbaum, John Gerard, Lisa Petrillo, Vanessa Borge, and Ted Scouten. So many fans and friends came out to support our stars and Neighbors for Neighbors, and we couldn't be more grateful. And a little hoarse, too.
I love that I was able to be part of the event tonight and help raise a little bit of money for such a great cause. Everyone raised a little bit, and a little bit all added up together equals a lot.
Such a great event here at the Hard Rock Cafe to raise money for Neighbors, but the surprise came when veteran news reporter Ted Scouten didn't receive just 1, but 2 high bids to sing on stage.
I'd say $1,225, and you both get to sing. Big wheel, keep on burning. Wow, Mary, keep on burning. Rolling, rolling, rolling on the river.
You were phenomenal tonight, and you were the highest bid talent. How does that feel?
It feels great. You know what? I have wonderful friends who were here, and there were wonderful viewers who were here too. We had weather watchers who were here, who were all giving money, trying to help out. And you know, people want to do something good. If people have the opportunity to help out, they do.
The night wouldn't have been possible without the support of our sponsors, the Hard Rock Cafe and Florida Advocates. Their understanding of what we do strengthens our partnership even further.
Mainly what we do is help people in distress, and so it couldn't have been a more natural fit for Neighbors, who for 20 some odd years has been the heart of helping people in this community when they're in need. So how do you say no to Lynn Cameron and Terry Lynn and their incredible team at Neighbors? I just want to say thank you, and we are so proud to be a part of this incredible group.
Each star graced the stage with their winning bidders, each raising more and more money than the last. The evening ended with a ton of money raised, as well as a group performance from our fabulous stars. I was honored to act as auctioneer at the event, and it was such a great time. We'd like to thank every person who came out to support us, especially the Hard Rock Cafe for hosting this event, and Florida Advocates for their gracious support. Most of all, we'd like to thank each of our stars, Cynthia, our host, Rick, John, Vanessa, Ted, and Lisa. You are what made this night sparkle. The star sightings didn't stop there. Another group of stars came out to help some great families earlier this month. As they've done for a few years in a row, our partners at the Miami Dolphins reached out to Neighbors for Neighbors, asking us to find a few families who could use some help with groceries. These families were then invited to go to Public Sand Plantation and have a special shopping spree with a football player.
Every year, the Miami Dolphins partner with Neighbors for Neighbors and bring them grocery shopping at Publix. It's a great way to give back to the South Florida community. We have players coming out bringing joy to families and kids, and it's just a great thing to do. After the families complete their shopping sprees, they're all happy, they're warm, fuzzy, and comfortable because the players have pushed them around in their carts. They've had a chance to get anything they wanted in the grocery store, and everyone's happy. I think the players enjoy it more than the families.
After greeting the players, these excited families strolled the aisles of Publix, chatting about all kinds of things, including football and food. These families, all referred to us by our various nonprofit partners, are struggling financially, but their love of football and gratitude to the Miami Dolphins is something they all shared.
I found out about today from my friend Somi. She helped me get away from a very abusive relationship. So she nominated my family to go shopping. No More Tears, it's a not-for-profit organization that rescues women and children who are victims of domestic violence. It was funded by Somi Ali, and she's just a great person, and her whole organization is just great. Nobody works on a salary, and it's just they do so much to help victims of domestic violence.
The players seem to enjoy this event just as much as the families.
It made me feel really, really good because I love giving back. I love just meeting people because you never know who you run into just at any given point. So I just love being able to do these type of things, especially giving back to families. Not just a specific person, but a family. Just seeing the smile on the kid's face. That's all. I'm all about the kids. So it's being able to see the smile on his face. Even though he was shy, but I can tell he was happy.
Neighbors is proud to connect these families with the Miami Dolphins for this annual event. Each family received $250 in grocery gift cards from Publix, a very welcomed gift. Having the chance to shop with a player was a once-in-a-lifetime treat.
Thank you, Publix.
Connecting those in need with those who can help is our mission, but making those connections each day is our passion. It's always rewarding to see a smile on the face of someone relieved to know that someone cares. From helping to replace the bike stolen from a veteran to connecting a family with free swimming lessons for their child, our neighbors help in any way they can. You can help too by signing up today on our volunteer matching website, helpingfeelsgood.org. After you register, you can browse the projects available in your area. There are projects for individuals as well as groups. You can search by location or areas of interest. We work with many different nonprofit partners in the community to help connect them with the best of what Miami has to offer. Volunteers like you. With the help of our partners at Everglades Holiday Park, we've been able to make this site even better than before. Register today at helpingfeelsgood.org and see why the name says it all and how rewarding it is to volunteer today. Another rewarding campaign is coming up this fall, and we wanted to tell you now so you can start cleaning out those closets. Now in its third year, Operation Candy Corn is a costume collection program, and as our mission states, Neighbors for Neighbors connects those in need with those who can help. In this case, we are connecting your gently used costumes and giving them to children who otherwise would have gone without one this Halloween. After reaching out to you, our neighbors, we were able to collect nearly 1,700 costumes last year for many grateful kids in Miami-Dade and Broward Counties. At Walker Elementary in Fort Lauderdale, the children were surprised by a classroom transformed into a Halloween boutique. The walls and desks were covered with new and gently used costumes, all laid out for the kids to pick their faves. These children were in awe picking costumes for themselves and their friends, sharing the ones they knew another would love. No one went home empty-handed, and every child received a costume they loved.
I know that when our boys and girls walked into the room and saw all the many costumes that we had, that they were excited and just was really anxious to get into each costume to see which one they could choose.
In just 2 years, Neighbors for Neighbors has collected more than 2,000 costumes. We look forward to this Halloween and know that that number will grow even more. If you're interested in hosting a costume drive, please visit our website and register today. We thank you again for joining us today, and we'd like to thank you once more for your support. Over the past 23 years, we've learned how much we all need each other and take pride in being able to make the connections like the ones we've shared with you today. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, the Herbert Hoover Foundation, the South Florida CBS TV station CBS 4 and MyTV 33, the Children's Services Council of Broward County, Everglades Holiday Park, Wells Fargo, Infrasol, and Berkowitz Pollock Brandt. With the generous support of these corporate partners, we're able to continue our mission of connecting those in need with those who can help. As always, you can learn more about us on our website at neighborsforneighbors.org. We'll see you back here in a few months with more stories of hope. For Neighbors for Neighbors, I'm Kristen Hewitt. See you next time.